Is cold email dead in 2025? Well, that's what everyone's been saying. But here's what really happening. Google and Microsoft has been constantly rolling out authentication updates, and that's why a lot of cold emailers are seeing their campaign crash overnight. We are talking about a 90% drop in delivery rates. But here's what's interesting. While most people are struggling to even land in the inbox, I booked over 400 sales calls last year using cold emails, zero ad spend, pure outbound. And I'll tell you exactly how we did it. For those who don't know me, I'm Jonty. I've sent over thousands of cold emails in past 3 years. My team and I have generated more than $5 million in client revenue using our multi-channel marketing strategy. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact framework we are using to crush it with cold emails in 2025. I'm talking about the technical setup, the optimal email length, the testing process, everything. But let me first show you some of the actual results. Now, as you can see, we ran this campaign like a time ago and we just got like 34 opportunities from 7,000 emails. And that is because we were not following the framework that I am about to tell you. But using the same framework that I am about to tell you, these are some of the results that we got. Using just 1,700 leads, we got 40 opportunities. 1,100 emails, 61 opportunities. Then 900 emails, 79 opportunities. 800 emails, 95 opportunities, and that is because we use a very different way to do cold emails that no one is teaching in the market at the moment. And that's why we get a lot more opportunities, a lot more positive replies than people who are usually getting it. Now, let me tell you how to set up everything in a way that has better deliverability, has better email quality, has better reply rates, and has better opportunity rate, because you ultimately need sales call to be booking on your calendar, right? Now, just before I tell you that, just imagine if you can get 95 opportunities from just 800 emails that are run. What would that be when you send 10,000 emails or 20,000 emails? So the framework that I am about to tell you just replicates that. But just before I tell you this whole framework, let me tell you what sort of setup would you require, what sort of investment would that require, and what sort of ROI would you get from it. So to send about 20,000 emails, you need 20 domains, 30 Google emails and 30 Outlook emails, because Google has better deliverability when you send it to Gmail, and Outlook has better deliverability when you just send it to Outlook. So have 30 Google emails, 30 Outlook emails, which would cost you this much. Okay, and then whichever platform you get your leads from, it would be about 100 to 150 emails, $100 to $150 per month. Then when you purchase any sort of verification, which I would recommend you some other tools, you can spend anywhere about $20 to $35 per month. Instantly costs $97 per month, and then Calendly costs $15 per month. And some additional tools that we are using that has boosted our reply rate and opportunity rates are Clay for first line personalization, and then SendSpark to do video personalization, and then Ascale to find hidden email IDs which we don't get from the lead list, and phone number, which is very important to follow up via phones. And then here's the strategic part that we used. We hired a VA to set up all of these emails, because you don't want to be investing a lot of your time into setting all of these emails up. And also we hired an email to do email replies, which is very, very important, because if you don't reply to a positive reply that you got from a prospect within the first 5 minutes, the opportunity rate to getting them on a call decreases by 10,000%. Yes, 10,000%. Now, all of the links are in description. Now, here's the ROI calculation, and these are the most realistic outcome that you will receive. I'm not even sugarcoating you. So investment would be about $800 per month with all the apps and subscriptions that I told you, plus the VA cost, which depends on what type of VAs do you hire. So you can send about 26,000 emails from this, which are total emails, and these would be about 12,000 new leads when you use 60 email IDs which you purchased over here, and then you send 30 emails each account every day on 20 working days, which comes about 26,000 emails. And when you do an initial email and then 2 follow-ups, it's divided by 3 to 12k new leads that you'll be emailing every month. And realistically, when we imagine a reply rate of 3 to 5%, you do 360 to 600 replies that you get, out of which realistically, when you get 20% positive replies, you get about 72 to 120 replies. And when you book, if you are able to book 20% of calls from those 72 to 120 replies that you get, which I'll tell you how we do it, then you book about 14 to 24 calls with a minimum closing rate of 10 to 20%. We've averaged about 20%. So considering that, for example, you close anywhere between 2 to 5 deals every single month. Now, the clients that we operate with have a minimum deal value of $1,500 and a minimum LTV value of $5,000. Now, when you calculate the ROI for this, you invest $800 plus VA cost every month, but you take home $15,000 worth of LTV value every single month when you close up to 3 deals on an average. Now, if you don't want to proceed to the framework that I am about to tell you and just want to get this all of done, then we'll guarantee you 30 to 50 appointments in next 90 days without you even lifting your finger. For that, just book a call from the first link in the description and I'll see you on the other end. Now, for the people who want to see the framework, this is the framework. Now, to do cold emails, you need to purchase 20 domains. You can purchase from Namecheap, GoDaddy, Hostinger, but my preferred provider is GoDaddy. And then for email accounts, you do 50% Google Workspace, 50% Outlook. That is because for better deliverability, you have to set these into sending Outlook to just Outlook and Google Workspace emails to just Gmail. This have like literally 100% deliverability rate. And this is where a lot of people go wrong because they do Gmail to Outlook, Outlook to Gmail. They don't have that preference, because of which they have higher bounce rates. Now, hire a VA. Honestly, this is the most time consuming part because I've seen a lot of agency owners quit just at this point because the amount of time that it takes, it is not worth for anyone to invest in. So just hire a VA to set up all of your cold emails. Now, directly start warming up these emails. You can use tools like Instantly and Smartly. Avail their 14-day free trial, and that's where you can do your warm up. Now, slowly warm up in a way that you set your maximum limit to 30 emails and a daily increment of 2 emails per day. And then a reply rate you can set to 60% and do this for 14 days. Whenever you go to Instantly, go on to settings, you can see and you can customize that. Once your 14 days are over, reduce the daily warm-up rate to 10 emails, daily increase to just 1 email per day, and reply rate to be 60% still, but your campaign email would then come in, and from there you'll be sending 30 emails per day. So the reason why we still keep up the warm up after those 14 days is because to optimize whenever you don't get a lot of replies from your campaign, but you still get replies from the warm up emails. So Google or Outlook does not make that seem like that they are all spam emails. Hope that makes sense. Now, after which, create a lead list. Now, there are some of the lead sources that I usually recommend as well as I use, which is Gromi Organic for Sales Nav Export, igleads.io for social media leads, and then Export Apollo if you want to export Apollo at a cheaper rate. Now, once you have all of these leads, do verify all of these. I know this is a very obvious step, but a lot of people skip into this and ultimately they burn their domains and email accounts. So tool that I would recommend is Rion, and the other recommendation which is quite new at the moment, which is Instantly its own verification tool. The great part about that is it also verifies your catch-all leads, so ultimately you have more emails in your box. Now once you do this process, now you have emails to send to. Now you have to write email scripts, and for that I personally use to personalize all of the first line in a way where I appreciate their work. At the same time, it is so personalized that they see that I am not spamming to them. And whenever I've gotten a call with anyone, they have always said that I appreciated your email. Now, once you use clay.com, you can personalize all of your first line, after which use this email writing script. Hi, first name, and then use the personalized line that you created from clay.com. And if you want me to make a tutorial based on how to use clay.com and also how to use that in a more efficient way, then do comment clay and I'll make it. Now use this structure: hi, first name, personalized line, and then the follow-up line would be pain point these people might be facing. Since you are working in this ICP, you know all the pain point that they receive, whether that be referral, whether that be lead generation, you know it better, right? After which you put up a case study that you've already worked with a client where you solve that specific pain point that you recommended over here. Now you offer them whatever your offer is, or ask them to simply that you would like to send them a video, and then regards and your first name. Through this process, you make sure you personalize them. When you use softer call to actions, you're not asking them to do anything. So softer call to actions work a lot better for me, and I believe that gets better reply rates and better positive reply rates, after which you can send them the video that you asked them for. And apart from that, if you want to do harder call to action with your offer in it, you can still go with that route. But for me, softer call to actions have worked better. Now, once you receive a reply from your email scripts, what you need to do is hire a VA. This is very, very, very important. Trust me, from my own experience, when I didn't had a VA and when I had a VA, literally the amount of calls that I booked was 10x. Like, I remember the time when I used to myself do all the replies. When I did that, I used to reply in my morning time and they used to reply in their morning time. So there wasn't a match, and I never booked a call using that process, right? But when I did that real time by myself, still I wasn't to get those many emails. Still I wasn't able to get those many appointments in. The reason being, I wasn't able to get the reply in those first 5 minutes. So when I hired a VA, which the task for which was only to reply within 5 minutes, I got a lot more appointments that I ever did. Now, once you do all of this, now send them a Calendly link where you have email reminders to make sure they show up. Also, alternatively, when I told you to use AirScale, you can also find their phone numbers, and using those phone number, you can call them just before the call start, like an hour before, so that you make sure that the prospect is showing up. Now I've cracked the code for you. Now don't start spamming people. Use this exact testing framework that I use. First of all, take 1000 leads, run that campaign for a week, test 3 different angles of your outreach script. One could be a problem focused angle towards lead generation, one could be result focused angle, one could be a industry specific angle, all of which you can find from the market research video that I made just a week ago. You can find it somewhere over here. Now, from all of these emails that you sent, track reply rates, positive reply rates, and calls booked. For each metric, you need to track it. Once you find the winning angle, scale it to your full capacity of 30 emails per day per account. Now, here's a pro tip for you. Use different subject lines for each angle, but keep the same soft call to action. You can go on the harder way, but I prefer to have soft call to action. This way you exactly know what subject line is working and just replicate it when you do the full emails. Now, I've cracked the code for you. Like, I have just revealed whatever I have learned in my 3 years worth of experience of cold emailing. You've seen the framework, the ROI, exactly how to implement this. But here's the thing, you have 2 options. Option 1 is try to figure this out by yourself. Spend months testing different approaches, probably burn through a few domains, eventually get it right, which is honestly what I have done. Or option 2, hire an expert who can do everything for you and you take sales call and close more clients, because ultimately you want to close more clients. boards, right? Now, depending on your situation, if you want to hire an expert who manages everything for you, then book a call from the first link in the description. And if you want to try it for yourself, which is completely fine, then first watch this video where I have broken down how to do market research, and then come on to this video again and check the second link to get this Miro board that I just shared with you. Hope you like this video. See you soon. Bye.